Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my studio, my channel. This is Rosie Rosette. Ooh, with the synthetic Amazon wig. Yes, hunty. Anyway, we're in my studio, my beautiful garage. Yes, there's 4 floors to the studio. Anyway, okay. So what I want to touch upon tonight on July 10th, 2020, and this is Rosie Rosette's channel, 2020. There you go. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about these mandatory masks, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, I do have a problem with wearing them because it feels like I'm gonna suffocate. Like I was in a grocery store tonight and excuse me, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I was in this grocery store tonight and they didn't have air conditioning and it was hot today, so I guess all of the heat got trapped in the store and they only had one register open. Okay, they had one register open, but yet no heat. And I don't like to use a basket because that's germs when you touch on the handle. And I have my mask on and I felt like I was about to faint. And I told the cashier, I said, girl, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how, you're able to stand and, register and deal with people and have that mask on in this heat. It was so hot in that grocery store. So, okay, I don't mind that, it's mandatory for us to wear the mask in order to prevent or decrease the, what is it? Not toxic, contagious, to reduce the contagiousness of the virus. Okay, I get that, but excuse me, on these late night tips, I'm gonna stumble words, I'm gonna go into a tangent, and I'm gonna forget what I'm talking about, and then I may just faint one day because it gets so hot. But my wig starts to get hot. Anyway, these synthetic fibers. Anyway, what about the poor kids who do not have the means, like teenagers? What about the poor teenagers or poor people, homeless teenagers who may appear to be adults, but they're still adolescents or whatever, but these kids are very well developed, you know what I'm saying? What about them? So who will give them masks? And I'm not talking about like the disposable ones. I'm talking about, the trendy, masks. I saw some really cute ones today. Who are going to give them? Who will supply masks for them? Who? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand that you guys are mandating, for the masks to be worn, but people don't have that type of money. You have 50 million people who are unemployed. All of those benefits are going to go away very soon. And believe you me, in California, that extra, $2,400 is going directly to rent. Okay, the rent prices have went down. They have decreased, but it's not free. Does this make sense? So exactly, Gavin Newsom and all the other mayors across the state. Now, I'm only speaking of California, poor and homeless and low income and, whatever else. I'm not even addressing the other 50 states. Again, 50 million people are unemployed. And it doesn't seem as if, the Senate or Congress or Trump or Pelosi or anyone else is rushing to push another stimulus package. Like that should have been the first thing whenever they came back from whatever recession or vacation or break, that it seems like they take a break like every month, 1 month on, 1 month off. Maybe I don't know their schedule, whatever. But who's gonna give masks to these kids, the homeless, and whomever else needs them and who don't have money? I know, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I know the masks that I was wearing, those disposable ones, they would break on Facebook or somewhere, Instagram, somewhere, YouTube. Someone was saying that they were in the store and the mask broke and it was like their boob had fell out. Like, what do you do if, one of those cheap masks breaks? And then, like you have to have, like a mask per day. So you need 30 masks because they get dirty and then they start to smell and then you feel like you're being, suffocated with your mouth funk and, but then the kids, so you guys wash them out, please, at night, just with hand soap or something, or just at least wash them out with water or something. Or hand soap. You know how back in the day, see, you kids don't know about this, but back in the day, actually, I didn't do what I should have. Maybe did I do it? Yeah, I think when I went over my cousin's house, I would do it. You would wash your clothes in the bathtub. You fill it up with water, put some soap in it, and put your clothes in, and you would wash it. That's old school. I don't think you kids know how to do that anyway. Anyway, do it with your face mask, please, because mine, I was like, oh. And I wear makeup, so the makeup gets on the mask, and then the lipstick gets on the mask, and then I have a line of departation right here. It's a mess. I'm not saying don't wear them. What I'm asking is, has the government allocated funds for people of less means to get a mask, to have a 30-day supply of masks, or maybe a 90-day supply? Like, where is that? Okay, I mean, I understand. Okay, it's mandatory. I get it, but I don't see anyone giving out free masks, like they do free phones or free food or, free PG&E, free rent, something, free car insurance or whatever. And this one lady, I don't know if it's true, but she said she got $50,000 today from some program. Have you guys heard of that? If you're looking, I'm not going to say your name, but if you're looking, or if someone else knows, please drop that down in the comments. But so government, Gavin Newsom, because that's the governor and that's who's in charge of this area. I'm not going to say, I don't even know. What's the mayor's name in San Jose? See, this is a shame. Not Libby. Oh, God. Jesus, why am I forgetting this man's name? Libby, London. Is it Sam Liccardo? Who is Sam? Is that it? See, this is just ridiculous. I never see the man. I have not seen him. I think I saw him one time in the parking lot on Coleman. I think that's one time. I rarely see him on TV, and then they want him to be in office another year, or they want to extend it for what? I mean, is he just like playing Ghost or something? I don't know. Anyway, Sam Liccardo. What are we going to do? Like, what portion of the game plan are the funds allocated for these mandatory masks? Like, Gavin, London, Sam, Libby, all the other mayors within California. I'm just talking California. I can't deal with the world. But if it's mandatory and if it's legal to wear masks, it's okay. You live in Willow Glen. Of course, you guys have the funds. I don't think they're hurting. I'm not saying, everyone that lives in Willow Glen is rich or, in Alum Rock Hills or, wherever else. But what about the people in the flatlands? What about, the regular folks who are not techies, whose companies are not giving out masks. What about them? Where are they going to get them? Because those same people will be the ones who are harassed or arrested or, tampered with because they don't have masks. What are we going to do about them? So, today is the 10th. Hopefully by the 15th, you guys will have you guys will have a solution and some allocated funds so that these people can either purchase or, we can get, some tailors in San Jose to make some extra money and make masks to hand out to people. That way, the tailors, they're making money because, the government is funding them. And the homeless and, the little kids, on the east side or the west side, the north side, whatever side, they have masks to protect themselves if it's warranted for the little kids. Now, I know that, again, the older adolescents, who are very developed, who can pass for an adult or whatever, they need to have masks too. Because the numbers, I think the age limits, I think 19 to 14, those are the people who are catching it the most right now. Okay? All right, so let's get those funds allocated. Thank you. Bye.